Hey everyone, today I want to share with you a few things I cut from our budget that I don't miss. But first, if you're new to this channel, hey, my name is Lydia. I make videos on frugal and simple living. I would love for you to stick around, like this video, subscribe, and join our community. So let's go. Okay, so the first thing I cut from our budget was convenience meals. And what I mean are those like all-in-one, pre-packaged freezer section meals. I just don't buy them anymore. Now, I will have components of convenience meals for when I'm sick or when my kids are sick. And what I mean by that is I always have curry powder, chickpeas, and coconut milk in our pantry. And then I can just throw in whatever vegetables we have and we have curry and we're good to go. Or, you know, other things like that that I can make quick meals out of, but I don't buy those pre-bagged meals anymore.
I've also found that batch cooking or batch prepping things in advance and putting them in the refrigerator saves me time and money.
So one day a week, I will go ahead and chop all of my vegetables and then divide them up into glass containers. Peeled, cored, chopped, all of that, and you put everything aside. You're not going to be wasting food because everything is prepped. I feel like so often we go to the grocery store, we spend all this money, we buy stuff we probably didn't want to eat to begin with, and then we don't feel like cooking, and so we just kind of keep pushing it back in the refrigerator and back in the refrigerator until it spoils. And you know, I've talked about this before, but statistically, Americans throw away half of the food that they purchase. When you think about just all the poverty in the world and all the need in the world and just that much wasted money, you just take 20 minutes every week to chop and peel and then stick things in the refrigerator. It's not going to go bad. It's not going to spoil. Next is holiday themed decor. I have not purchased any new Christmas decorations in a while, or any other holiday for that matter. I think it's cute. I like to see what other people get, but you only put it out for a limited amount of time, and it just doesn't make sense to me for me to be paying for those things. So I haven't bought them. However, my husband did make me a beautiful Christmas tree last year for our front porch. He does woodworking and he had some wood left over, and we used paint that we had left over to paint it, and it was gorgeous.
And I'm not just talking about Christmas. My kids have had the same Easter baskets for several years. It's fine. No one cares. I don't buy new things for Halloween or Valentine's or Thanksgiving. And while all those holidays are great and fun to decorate, I just don't need to buy new stuff every single year.
Next is candles. So my husband read an article about the potential toxicity of candles to babies, and so we don't buy them anymore. We do use essential oils. Now, I know you have to be careful using essential oils around children, and I always get a don't use them around pets warning, but I don't have any pets. Dog died 2 years ago. It's really sad and I don't want to talk about it.
Also, oils last longer and serve more than one purpose, whereas a candle, you light it, it burns out, and then you don't have a candle anymore. But I have bottles of oils that have lasted me 2 or 3 years, and I can do more than just make my house smell good with them.
Next is feminine hygiene products. Now, no, I haven't stopped having a period, unfortunately, but I don't buy disposable products anymore. I bought some reusable pads off Etsy, and I absolutely love them. They came with a little bag that you can carry around with you, and then you just throw the whole thing in the washing machine and you're good to go. You can put top stick on the bottom to make them stick down, and then that stuff dissolves. So I know some people use the Luna cup and the Diva cup. I cannot, but that is another good option. Next is cereal. I don't like cereal, so it was never something I missed, but my husband loves it, and so every now and then I'll get him some Frosted Flakes as a treat, but our kids don't eat cereal. It's not the healthiest breakfast in the world, and so I just don't buy it, plus it's expensive. Next, in that same vein, is pre-made mixes, so no pre-made muffin mix or pancake mix or any of that. I mix it up myself. It does not take very long, and I keep it in those ironically cereal containers with the seal top lid, and then you pour it into the measuring cup and you mix what you need. Super easy. Next is fast fashion. So I did not buy clothes for a year, and I had a very eye-opening experience into the danger and true cost of fast fashion, and so it's not something that I spend money on for myself, for my kids. I'm just really selective in where I buy our clothes now. Regular phone upgrades. This is a 6, y'all, and I will use it until it no longer makes phone calls. Just getting a new iPhone every year or every 2 years just feels very wasteful to me, and so it's not something I'm gonna do. Kitchen gadgets. You don't have to have the latest and the greatest kitchen gadget. I did invest in an Instant Pot a couple years ago. Best decision ever. But we don't have an air fryer. I mean, if someone wants to send us an air fryer to review and we love it, sure. But it's not something I'm gonna spend money on. I don't have different products in my kitchen that do different functions. I don't have a lot of space. I'm not gonna spend my money on that. Cable and satellite. So one of the first things that we cut from our budget when we were getting out of debt was our cable and satellite. And honestly, in 2019, I don't know why anyone pays for it anymore. You can stream pretty much anything online for a very small fee or even free. It just doesn't make sense to me anymore to have a huge cable package. If that's how you want to spend your money, fine, but it's just not how I'm gonna spend mine. It's expensive, and you can get Netflix and Hulu together for less than 20 bucks a month. It just doesn't make sense to pay a ton of money to watch commercials. That's the part that gets me. You're paying more so that you can watch commercials. I don't get it. Okay, anyway, those are some things that I cut from our budget that I don't miss. I would love to know what you cut from yours. Leave me a comment below and tell me, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.